This is how dumb they are. They thought by playing that video, what you just watched, the audience, the crowd, they were going to react in a negative way. This throws Whoopi off. She doesn't know what to do. Because the audience is stone cold silent.
Quick things, right? So on the issue, it is true that
Buckle up.
statistically migrants in this country are less.
Clinton Jaws, happy Saturday. I'm in my motorhome. It's about to snow. It's going to snow for a few days. We don't usually get snow, so we're excited about that. The kids are excited about it. I'm having a couple of drinks. My fridge is loaded with alcohol. And we're going to watch The View. What's better than watching The View with drinks? Let's do this. Subscribe. I really care about that part.
So, the nationwide mass deportation live show that we've been seeing on every network has even featured some guest stars like Dr. Phil. But one celebrity who isn't being welcomed into the conversation is Selena Gomez. Now, she took down an emotional post talking about the impact of these raids on her people. After backlash, here's what border czar Tom Holman and conservative media had to say.
Hold on a second, Whoopi. You got to show... They don't show the Selena Gomez video. I'm going to show it to you. It's only like 10 seconds long. You got to watch this. You got to watch this. And watch how she starts the video, okay? She makes sure there's tears, and then when she hits play, she squeezes the tears out. Also, Dr. Phil, they don't show the Dr. Phil video. I'm going to be showing that to you too. Are you okay, Selena?
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
I know, heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. This is what Whoopi's going to do now. She's going to show you the right. She's going to show you the conservatives. How they didn't like her doing that video. Oh, Whoopi. God, that might be a good thumbnail.
Selena Gomez and the others.
Yeah.
I would check your compassionate privilege.
Yeah.
Because they never said anything about Lake and Riley.
No.
Singer and actress Selena Gomez filmed herself weeping today. She was in a, well, let's call it a performative fit of hysteria because Donald Trump is deporting violent, criminal, illegal immigrants.
We got 500,000 children who are sex trafficked into this country, separated from their families, put in the hands of criminal cartels to be smuggled into the country. This administration can't find over 300,000. Where's the tears for them?
This is how dumb they are. They thought by playing that video, what you just watched, the audience, the crowd, they were going to react in a negative way, but positive for them. They thought that the audience was going to gasp or groan like they normally do. Ooh. This throws Whoopi off. She doesn't know what to do. Because the audience is stone cold silent because they believed everything what they just saw. That was actually a great video clip that they just showed. It shows how deportations aren't too bad.
Where's the tears for them?
So, Selena responded by posting, apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people.
Not that kind of empathy.
So, I guess I'm supposed to ask you if you think the country has a problem finding empathy, but I wonder if you really want to, make an impact, why aren't they sending folks back who are in jail already?
What, Whoopi? Why would you do that, idiot stick? They're in jail. They're comfortable. They're locked up. When they get out of jail, then we will. Stupid question. Listen to Joy here, how she hits it out of the park.
Why aren't we seeing those mass deportations of people who have
been in jail,
found guilty of a crime? And why aren't we sending them back?
He'd have to send the January 6th people back too, then, because. questioning, why is Dr. Phil there? What is
Because
Dr.
it is
Phil
now a
doing
reality show. This is the new reality show. And I'm
show you
hoping
why he
that
was
we
there.
can put music behind this.
Yes.
Because it's only going to be a matter of weeks before we start to see,
Great idea.
I mean, just folks showing up. What do we see? What is going on?
Selena Gomez can feel compassion for people being deported. She has a very personal connection to that. Her grandmother came in the back of a truck across the border, and her father was then born in the country. She's born in the country. She belongs here, but never condemn someone for showing empathy for another person.
That's right.
Never condemn somebody for showing empathy for another person. I'm going to show you Dr. Phil. And I want you to know, don't get mad at me. Don't condemn me for feeling empathy for these guys, okay? Because it's YouTube, I got to edit some words out, but just think about somebody doing the worst thing possible on the planet Earth to young people. And I want all of you to show empathy for this deportation.
I'm not the same, I'm talking about lawyer.
Yeah. Are you a citizen?
My mom's a citizen.
Your mother's a citizen?
Yes.
But you're not?
Nope.
But you've never been deported before?
We Dr. Phil. We got Dr. Phil.
Yeah? How do you know me?
No, I seen Dr. Phil, you know.
Well, this is an example of sanctuary cities, right? We got an illegal alien convicted of sex crimes involving. He's walking the streets of Chicago. You've been charged with children?
Not really.
Not really?
I just want to say I'm so sorry about that. It's the children made you do it.
The worst view segment in history. Showing you Selena Gomez crying over a pedophile. Because that's really what that's what it is. This is what they've done.
100 deportations a day, but half of them have no criminal record.
Yes.
And wait a second, and the price of eggs is up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, I mean, listen.
Because Biden declared a mass on 100 million chickens. Eggs in 2025 are going to go up by 20%. Just saying. Well, Trump's fault. Trump got elected. Eggs are up. Like, what? And stop talking about the criminal records. Doesn't matter if somebody has. Do you know the majority of criminals in the world, most of them, don't have a criminal record? Just because you don't have a criminal record doesn't mean you're not violent.
What makes this so heartbreaking for people is it was avoidable. The system failed Lake and Riley. That person should not have been here in the first place. They should have been deported because they are one of these violent offenders. And so a young woman, a young UGA student is not alive today because the system failed her. So be mad at both at once. That's something that's perfectly reasonable. But what I'm frustrated about with this conversation is anytime we talk about border security in America, in immigration, we act like it's uniquely American, racist, and xenophobic. Every nation on earth deals with this issue. I sat with then Chancellor Angela Merkel when she was discussing how many Syrian migrants she could afford to bring into Germany safely and economically. This is how every country deals with it. Canada and the U.S. have the largest unguarded borders in the world. So we need to also be realistic. How do we talk about issues everyone faces, do it in a humane way, make the border secure, but also people who want to be here for the right reasons can get here?
It's not possible because cruelty is the point with him.
Well,
that seems to be
Good
what
point, Joy.
he's into. Like, let's show this happening. And when you keep showing pictures of immigrants being pushed out and maybe even pulled away from their children, the American people will have to look into.
You haven't shown one. Listen to this
we keep
dummy.
On talking about,
the lawyer.
Criminals.
And
immigrants being criminals. And I just want people to understand what the facts are and the stats are.
Facts, America.
That undocumented immigrants are much less likely to have committed crimes than American citizens. American citizens commit more crimes than anyone who is undocumented.
There's way more American citizens. What are you talking about? What a stupid thing to say. That's like saying little people, they commit way less crime compared to big people. What are you doing? What? What a dumb thing to say. Oh, she says it gets dumber.
I also want to make the point that an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal because he or she is undocumented. That is a civil offense. So to call people illegals is, in and of itself, I think, xenophobic and racist. And
there's that word again I'm going to have to Google. When somebody crosses the border, it's illegal. But to call them illegal is racism.
And incorrect.
Oh,
the
here we
only
go.
thing that I will say
She's saying more.
is that,
She's got more to say.
to Joy's point, on Sunday, there were 1,179 people arrested.
Okay,
Only
let's just say 1,000.
613 of them were considered criminal arrests.
More than half.
That means that the rest appear to be either nonviolent offenders or have not committed any criminal offense at all. And
wow. This is how you can't be this dumb. She doesn't know their criminal history. Like, what are you talking about, woman? Because they didn't arrest them for a criminal offense, it appears that they have a nonviolent history. She's confused. She's actually, the lawyer is confused on law and police powers. She's also saying if 600 were arrested for criminal offenses, that automatically makes you violent, which also is not true. Oh my God. She actually thinks in her head, if police make a criminal arrest, and I've never heard that term before, if they make a criminal arrest, then that accused is automatically violent. And I'm probably confusing you guys, and I should just shut up.
Quick things here. Right? So on the issue, it is true that statistically migrants in this country are less likely to commit crimes, but you can't, it's the same thing that Democrats did in the election where they're like, crime's actually down. When people know of this woman who was literally set on fire on a New York subway, they don't care what the stats say. She was murdered over the holidays by someone who never should have been in the country.
They should care about the stats.
Second, that doesn't have the same national security risk of people. We have no idea their home origin, where they came from, why they're here, where they're staying.
You because I gotta go. We'll be right back.
Migrants from the border do matter.
Whoopi literally cut to commercial there because usually they let the music go on for like a minute. I gotta go now. They do not want her talking. And you can't say it. You can't even talk with those chicks. Anyways, I don't even know if I'm gonna air this. I don't know if I made sense. But it's fun watching. I'm gonna have a good night. Play in the snow. Subscribe. Bye-bye.
What's that?